And welcome everyone to this match of this Champions League of Barcelona against Dynamo Kiev. I'm sorry for taking a little bit too long, but I did have a little bit of technical difficulties. The match has already started. I'm sorry for taking a little bit of time. As I said before, I did have a little bit of technical difficulties. Nevertheless, I am right here right now, and so I will try to bring you the best way I can this live reaction to the Champions League match between Barcelona and Dynamo Kiev. Right now, it's almost 2 minutes of the match have been played, and Barcelona almost scored the first goal. Right now, I'll go through the lineup of Barcelona really quickly. In the goal, we have Marc-André ter Stegen. For the defense, Mingueza, Piqué, Lenglet, and Jordi Alba. In the midfield, De Jong, Busquets, and Gavi. And in the attack, we have Serginho Dest, who is on the right side, basically playing where Ansu Fati would have been playing had he been fit enough for this match, and Luke De Jong and Memphis Depay on the left. Right now, Barcelona have the ball. They are trying to control as much as they can. And right now, Barcelona are having the control. Basically, they're having the control inside of their own half. They go over to Clément Lenglet. Clément Lenglet, one of the surprises basically for this match. He hasn't been playing that much this season, especially due to the arrival of Eddie Garcia, who has basically taken the the control on that specific position for the Barcelona center back. Right now, it's Dynamo Kyiv who will have a goal kick. As we all know, Barcelona are in desperate need of a win in this Champions League. We haven't had a single goal, or even I think a shot on target in this Champions League. But let's hope that this situation does change for this match, and Barcelona have the opportunity to go up in front. Right now, Dynamo Kiev have the ball inside their own half. They're trying to have a little bit more of control. This time they go long, but Sergio Busquets reads the long intention, and they simply intercept it. Right now with Piqué. Piqué will have a throw in for Barcelona. He goes short over to Marc-André ter Stegen, and nobody even comes near to him to even apply a little bit of pressure. Nevertheless, Barcelona are trying to play all the way from the back. Jordi Alba, he goes over to Gerard Piqué. Now he goes over to Clément Lenglet. Lenglet plays it back over to Gerard Piqué. Right now, Dynamo Kyiv are just waiting for Barcelona to go over to a certain point of the pitch, and then they try to pressure on. Now it's Gerard Piqué. He goes over once again to Clément Lenglet. He plays it over to the left, over to Jordi Alba. Now Dynamo Kyiv intercept the ball. It was Boyelski who intercepts the ball. Now he goes over quickly to Supriaga. Supriaga trying to get away from a few players of Barcelona. They close up any alley of passes for them. Now he tries to play over with a long pass, looking for Sigankov. Nevertheless, Marc-André ter Stegen reads that intention, and he simply intercepts that pass. And now it's Frenkie. Frenkie tries to go in front. Now he plays it back over to Gerard Piqué. Now Clément Lenglet. As I said before, right now Barcelona are the desperate ones in need. As things stand right now, Barcelona are at the bottom of their group with 0 points and -6 in goal difference, with Dynamo Kyiv just in front of him with 1 point and -5. Benfica and Bayern Munich will be playing later on today. Bayern Munich are leading with six points out of 6 possible, and Benfica with 4 points after winning against Barcelona just a few weeks ago with an amazing performance by Darwin Nunez, and basically a collective result for Benfica. Right now, it's once again Barcelona that have the ball through Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie in the middle of the field, he has to go back over to Busquets after being faced by two players of Dynamo Kiev. Now it's Gerard Piqué. He goes over to the right to Serginho Dest, who is basically playing as a right winger. He goes once again back over to Busquets, and Busquets looks all the way over to the other side to Jordi Alba, who has a little bit of space. He finally plays it through to Memphis Depay. And now it's Jordi Alba with a good cross. And it was almost Serginho Dest who had a little bit of contact on the ball with that high cross. Now it's Oscar Mingueza who makes an effort, and he does keep the ball inside of play. Now it's Gavi. Gavi goes over to Memphis. Memphis being pressured by two defenders. And now Busquets, and he plays over to Frenkie de Jong in a tight space. And Frenkie with a beautiful pass over to Jordi Alba on the left. At least the team has a little bit of clarity and has a lot of movement off and on the ball. They are trying to find those spaces that Dynamo Kiev are leaving behind at their backs or even in between the players. Right now, it's Gerard Piqué who almost, and he did find Jordi Alba with a long pass, and Jordi Alba almost with a good cross. But once again, Dynamo Kiev simply intercepts the ball. I think this time it was Sabarnia, Sabarni. Sabarni, I'm sorry. The names are a little bit complicated for the players of Dynamo Kiev. Right now it's Gavi. Gavi plays it over to Jordi Alba. Now Jordi Alba goes back over to Clement Lenglet, and he in turn goes over to his other center back, Gerard Piqué. Now Serginho Dest. Serginho Dest goes over to Oscar Mingueza, and Oscar Mingueza plays it even further back to Clement Lenglet. Right now, once again, Barcelona are trying to have the bulk of the possession, and they are being successful. But Dinamo Kiev don't seem that interested in simply having all this possession, but simply rather awaiting Barcelona to possibly lose it in a compromising situation and then go up into the attack. Right now, once again, it's a good cross this time. It finds its way all the way over to the other side of the box with Serginho Dest. And once again, after a little bit of a rebound, it finds its way back to him after a little bit of a deflection. Once again, Serginho Dest, he's looking for his option. He's facing 2, 3 players. Now he plays it back over to Frenkie de Jong. And he in turn goes all the way over to Gerard Piqué. Now Piqué, once again with Clement Lenglet. And Piqué playing once again over to the right with Serginho Dest. And Dinamo Kiev are basically playing in a 30-meter space in front of their own box. They're just waiting, as I said before. I think no player of Dinamo Kiev is on the side of Barcelona, and all the players except Marc-André ter Stegen obviously are on the side of the pitch of Dinamo Kiev. Right now, it's Mehmet that gets away from one player. He plays it over in the direction of Luc de Jong, but Luc de Jong not showing any mobility whatsoever. And now a player of Dynamo Kiev is brought down. I believe it was Sergio. Yes, it was Sergio Busquets who brought him down. I'm not sure what player of Dynamo Kiev was fouled. It was Bulaski. He was trying to play quickly into a counter attack. Nevertheless, it wasn't a very accurate pass, and a foul is deemed by the referee of the match. And so Dynamo Kiev have the opportunity to possibly put a little bit down the efforts of Barcelona and simply await for a better position and play for their side. Right now, Dynamo Kiev who is now being pressured by Memphis Depay. It's Sabiarni who is being pressured very highly. He has to go. He squeezes a little bit of a pass. He goes over to Getsiora. Now Getsiora looking for a long pass over to Digatnov. And now he is brought down by Clement Lenglet this time. So another foul for Dynamo Kiev. Let's remember that a few players that aren't right now on the pitch for Barcelona that could come on at a certain point and have a positive impact are certainly Sergio Agüero in the attack, as well as Ansu Fati, Coutinho in the midfield, possibly Enrique Puig in the midfield. So Barcelona do have a few players that could actually have a positive impact for them in the middle of the field and in the attack. Right now, it's Dynamo Kiev that wants to have the ball. They go over to Getsiora. Now Getsiora goes even further back to Sirota. Now Sirota once again over to Saberni. Saberni plays it over to Tigatnov. And now Bujalski loses the ball and almost finds its way over to Luc de Jong, but Luc de Jong doesn't even make a real effort for it. Now Barcelona are trying to go into the attack, and once again Sergio Busquets fouls a player of Dynamo Kiev. This time I'm not quite sure who it was. Sergio, it was once again Bujalski, and once again Sergio Busquets simply lets the referee knows that he's not really happy with that decision. Right now, it's once again Dynamo Kiev that right now are having a little bit more of the possession. They are depending heavily on the fouls that Barcelona are committing against them, but nevertheless, Dynamo Kiev are showing a little bit more of a fight. And right now, it finds its way over to Pushkan, the goalkeeper of Dynamo. Now they're trying to go forward through the defenders. They go over to Getsiora on the right, who is the right back. Now he tries to play it through a few players, but Sergio Busquets intercepts it. But now once again, Dynamo Kiev have the ball, and now they go with a long through pass, and it's a player of Dynamo Kiev who is inside of the box. He's all alone now. He faces the coverage of Mingueza. Now a good shot from outside of the box, and now Mingueza plays it back to Marc-André ter Stegen with his head. it seems as if it was going to be a much dangerous action for Dynamo Kiev. Nevertheless, the defense of Barcelona and Marc-André ter Stegen solved it really well. It was a long shot, I believe it was from Buyelski from outside of the box. And then I think it was Piqué who deflected it a little bit. And then Mingueza simply had to head it in the direction of Marc-André ter Stegen. And he in turn simply had to control it with his hands. So right now, Serginho this was trying to go into the attack. But Mikolenko is simply the left back who is covering him, and he's not even allowing Serginho to go up in front that much. It finds its way back to Serginho, and Serginho with a 1-2 almost got away from one of the players of Dinamo, but then a very poor control let the ball just up for grabs for one of the players of Dinamo. And now the Ukrainian team are trying to play all the way from the back. They're trying to get away from this quick pressure and high pressure of Barcelona. In turn, Gerard Piqué intercepts the pass. Now it's Memphis Depay. He goes over to the left to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba waiting for one of his teammates. He almost played it through with a beautiful pass over to Gavi, who was already inside of the box. But I believe it was Sabarni who simply intercepted that pass. And now it is a corner kick for Barcelona, the first one in the match. And the Culés are getting ready for this first corner and possibly looking for one of the higher teammates. And here comes across by Memphis Depay, and it almost found its way over to Oscar Mingueza. Nevertheless, it wasn't successful, and now it will be a goal kick for Buschan. 13 minutes have been played of this match, and right now it's all Barcelona and Dinamo with that single action play, but not really that compromising for the defense or even Marc-André ter Stegen. Right now, it's a midfield. I believe this is Shaparenko. Shaparenko has the ball. He has to play it all the way back over to Buschan. Once again, the goalkeeper has the ball in his possession. He's looking for one of his teammates, and he decides to go long this time, looking for Carlos de Peña. But now Oscar Mingueza wins this duel against the left winger. Marc-André ter Stegen plays it over to the left, over to Clément Lenglet. Now Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba playing it with Gavi. Gavi, the youngster who always shows a lot of intensity off the ball and always looking to have a lot of contact with the ball and a lot of play time. Right now it's Serginho this who is trying to get away from two players of Dynamo Kyiv. He does get away from one, but then the second one simply used his body well and allowed the ball to simply leave the pitch. And so it will be another corner. Another corner kick for Barcelona. The corner is short, and here it comes. It was almost a very dangerous corner. Nevertheless, Buschan was first to have a little bit of contact on it. He simply punched it away, and once again, another foul by Barcelona against a player of Dynamo Kyiv. This one, it was Sharapenko who was being brought down. I think it was Gavi who simply got in the middle of his trajectory, and so it will be yet another foul for Dynamo Kyiv. Now Sabarni goes over to the left to his right to Ketsiora, the right back. And now he tries to go with a long pass, but Oscar Mingueza simply intercepts the ball very easily. And now Piqué plays it over to Clément Lenglet. Now Jordi Alba. Gavi. Once again Jordi Alba. Once again Lenglet and Piqué. Right now Barcelona, as it was in the first minutes, are having the bulk of the possession, but they aren't really having any dangerous approaches to the box of Dynamo Kyiv. And now Depay plays it with a very beautiful over-the-head pass to Gavi, but the ball is simply intercepted by one of the players of Dynamo Kyiv. Now once again Gavi plays it over to Sergio Busquets. Now Oscar Mingueza. Mingueza plays it over to the right with Serginho Dest. Serginho Dest always looking to go into the attack. This time he is facing two, and once again with a poor control of the ball, and he simply allows the ball to slip out of his possession. But once again, Barcelona are trying to apply a high set of pressure, and they are successful once again. But now Dinamo once again intercepts the ball, and now Frenkie Young goes to the ground. And The referee tells him to get up with no foul whatsoever. And now Dinamo once again trying to go quickly into the attack with a long pass, but Marcanetes Stegen was quick to his feet and simply caught the ball in the trajectory, looking for Tsigankov. And now once again Memphis on the left trying to go into the attack. So far, the attack of Barcelona has basically just been Serginho Dest trying to go uh, into spaces and trying to win those one-on-one situations without being that successful. And Luke de Jong, as it has been so far this season, is basically just having zero mobility outside of the box or even inside of it. And right now, it is a foul by Shaparenko after he went in very violently against Serginho Dest, even though he didn't have any real contact on the American right back. It is a foul, and so it is a it is a free kick for Barcelona. It isn't very close to the box, but Memphis Depay, who is getting ready to take it, will surely be looking for a good cross and looking for one of his taller teammates. We see Clement Lenglet, Gerard Piqué, even Oscar Mingueza inside of the box getting ready and looking to have a contact on the ball. We're looking and we're waiting, and here comes the cross. It's Sergio. It's Memphis Depay, and a very good cross. And Luke De Jong has a little bit of contact on the ball. It was a good contact, but it didn't have any accuracy behind it. He was all alone inside of the box, and it went just a little bit wide of the of the woodwork. He was all alone inside of the box. He didn't have anyone pressuring him, but he didn't have a good contact on the ball. I'm not quite sure what he tried to do. It was a very poor attempt by Luke De Jong. And so it is yet another opportunity wasted by the Dutch forward. And right now it is Dynamo that are trying to go back into the action and trying to go back into the attack. Right now it's Shidorchuk who is trying to go up into the attack. He plays it over to Shaparenko. Shaparenko plays it over to Sabarny. Sabarny goes over to Ketsiora. And now Piqué intercepts the ball. He plays it quickly to Gavi, quickly, and who is brought down. And now Dinamo trying to go quickly into the attack. He goes over to Carlos Peña. Carlos Peña with a long shot. It was not really that accurate. It fell to the feet of Gerard Piqué. Now he plays it over to Luke de Jong. Now Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba not really having any opportunity. He plays it over to the center to Sergio Busquets. He didn't really see that Frankie de Jong was trying to sprint all the way forward. Now Sergio this with a good cross, and he plays it over, but a defender of Dynamo Kyiv simply intercepts that ball. I believe it was Sirota. And so it will be yet another corner kick for Barcelona. This time it is Memphis and Gavi who are getting ready to play it short. It will be Gavi who will be playing it short over to Memphis, and now he does. Memphis waiting a little bit. Now he plays it over to Gavi. Gavi with a good low cross. It finds its way over to Busquets, and Busquets is being sees his pass intercepted. And now another wild attempt by Memphis. I think it was. I'm not sure if it was another cross or it was a volley attempt to goal, but either way, it wasn't really near any of his teammates or even near the goal. And so it is 20 minutes of the match have been played. And so far, Barcelona are having the most attempts or the most opportunities, but so far they're not really being that accurate or having the necessary means to really go up in front so far. Right now, it's Memphis. He plays it over to Luke de Jong. Luke de Jong on the edge of the box and has a good shot, but this time Buschan with a really good save for his team. Luke de Jong was all alone in front of the box, and I think it was a good shot, a good attempt. Nevertheless, the goalkeeper of Dinamo was very at the peak of his abilities and simply headed out of the direction of goal. Yet another corner kick, and here comes Memphis. And I think it was Luke de Jong that once again has a little bit of contact on the ball. Nevertheless, it's not really in the direction of goal. And now the Peña is trying to go into the attack for Dinamo on the left side. He has to play it back now that Barcelona have restructured once again the defense and the midfield. Now the ball is intercepted by Serginho Des, who slid right back into his right back position. Now he's trying to go forward. He plays it over to Gavi. Gavi gets away from one. Now he plays it all the way over to the left to Jordi Alba. and now a long pass looking for once again Luke de Jong, but Luke de Jong wasn't really able to get in the position to really have a good control. It was just a little bit far from him. Now Buschan is once again in the possession. He plays it over to Savarni. Once again, Buschan, now he is being pressured by Luke de Jong. He tries to go and play long. Once again, Gerard Piqué wins the aerial duel. Now Shaparenko. Now he plays over to his left back to number 16, Mikolenko. Once again, Buschan. Buschan being a little bit pressured. He once again goes over to Shaparenko. And now he goes over to the left side, but he is brought down by Frenkie de Jong. I think this is the third time he is fouled by a player of Barcelona. And now the referee wants to have a word with the Dutch midfielder and probably tell him to calm down a little bit. Looking back at that shot of Luc de Jong, it was a good attempt. Nevertheless, as I said before, Buschan was simply in a good position and reacted really well to that shot. Nevertheless, you do expect a goal from that position. He was just on the edge of the box and he was alone, and no one was really in front of him except the goalkeeper. Um, but I mean, another opportunity, and Barcelona still are drawing 0-0 with Dynamo Kyiv. If Barcelona are really able to get away with a victory in this match, it could be very well game over for Barcelona in the Champions League. Uh, in the Champions League, and well, just a tremendous failure probably for this team. Right now, it's once again Buschan who's getting ready. It will be yet another goal kick after Memphis almost won the ball back for his team. Nevertheless, the ball slid out of the pitch. Buschan, he goes long. He's trying to find once again his attacker, but once again Gerard Piqué wins the aerial duel. Now it's Frenkie de Jong and Luc de Jong trying to play a little bit of keep on with their heads. It will be a throw in for Oscar Mingueza on the right. He's looking for one of his teammates. He's asking for a little bit of movement. He's not quite sure who to go to. He takes his time and now he plays it over to Luc de Jong. Luc de Jong hits it with his chest in the direction of Frenkie. And now Jordi Alba on the left. He plays it over to Memphis. Memphis trying to get away from two. He almost got away from two, but he then was pressured by a third player of Dynamo Kyiv. But it will be another another corner kick for Barcelona. Memphis got away from two players, but then a third defender of Dynamo appeared, and he simply kicked the ball out of the pitch. And so it will be another corner kick. And once again, Memphis is getting ready. Here comes the cross, and it's to the second post, and yet another connection by Luc de Jong. But once again, no accuracy whatsoever. I think he's telling his teammates that the lights of the stadium were right in his eyes, and he couldn't really distinguish where the ball was. And it's a quick goal kick by Dynamo. This time it's Barcelona that once again intercept the ball through Gavi, and Gavi plays it back all the way over to Clement Lenglet. Dynamo Kyiv once again are just waiting for Barcelona to arrive to a certain point of the pitch and then apply a little bit of pressure against them. Right now it's Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie plays it over to Clement Lenglet, and he in turn goes over to the veteran defender Gerard Piqué. Now the youngster defender Oscar Mingueza, and he tries to play a through pass over to Sergio Busquets. It was a very good idea. Nevertheless, Sirota was all over that pass, and he simply kicks it out of the pitch. Once again, it will be another throw-in for Oscar Mingueza and for Barcelona. The right back is looking for one of his teammates. He is trying to get ready, and he throws it over to Luc de Jong, who is already inside of the box. He somehow protects the ball really well. Now he's looking for a foul. The referee does not give anything. Right now, once again, Dynamo Kyiv are trying to go into the attack very quickly. This time, they're trying to go through Supriaga. But once again, Gerard Piqué simply outplays him. He uses physicality really well, and then he simply had to play it back over to Marc-André ter Stegen. And now, once again, Barcelona are trying to build up all the way from the back against the team of Dynamo Kyiv, who are simply trying to pedal back and hang back near their own box and their own midfield, and just to wait for Barcelona to commit some sort of mistake or error, and then go quickly into the counterattack, trying to play as so many teams have been playing against Barcelona in the recent future. I mean, in the recent past, I'm sorry. Right now is Gerard Piqué. He plays it all the way over to the left side with Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba is being pressured by two players of Dynamo. He plays it over to Gavi, and now Memphis. Memphis once again facing one. He crossed a little bit over to the midfield. Now once again Jordi trying to find a good cross, and it finds Serginho this, but I think it hit the back of a player of Dynamo Kyiv. But now someone was offside on that. Someone was offside on that specific play. Serginho somehow won against Sirota, who is significantly taller than the American player. So it will be a free kick for Dynamo Kyiv. Right now, it's once again Barcelona that have the ball with a throw-in for Oscar Mingueza on the right. Dynamo Kyiv simply aren't really having that much possession or really even that much intention. So far, I have the statistics that Barcelona have 65% of the possession against 35 by Dynamo Kyiv. Nevertheless, all this possession for Barcelona hasn't been really being transferred or translated over to clear attempts on target or even very clear dangerous actions for their cause. Right now, once again, Gerard Piqué, and he plays over to the right with Oscar Mingueza. Once again, Gerard Piqué. Piqué plays it over to Lenglet. Now Lenglet over to Jordi Alba. Memphis, once again, Jordi, once again, and now this time Luke, and Luke de Jong loses the ball to a player of Dynamo Kyiv. And now Buschan is being pressured by Memphis. Oscar Mingueza wins it with a header, and now Busquets try to play it with a through pass over to Frenkie de Jong. Now Dynamo trying to play quickly and trying to build up all the way from the back, but once again, I think this time it was Gavi who simply won the ball back for the Culés. Once again, Frenkie has the ball in a good position. He plays it over to Serginho Des, who tried to play a quick and low cross. Nevertheless, Dynamo Kyiv simply intercept the ball once again, and now the defense of the Ukrainian team simply try to play it as long as possible from their own box. Nevertheless, this time it is Gerard Piqué who was being fouled by Supriaga. Now once again, Busquets, Lenglet, now Jordi Alba. Now it's Gavi. Gavi who was being fouled, I think it was by Ketziora, the right back of Dynamo, who simply shoved him off a little bit, and in turn, the young Spanish player simply went to the ground. Now it's Oscar Mingueza plays it over to Luke de Jong. Luke de Jong once again loses the ball. I think he was trying to find Frenkie, but he wasn't really that successful. And so once again, Buschan has the ball, and he plays it over to Shaparenko in a short pass. Once again, Ketziora, once again, Shaparenko. Shaparenko being pressured by Oscar Mingueza. And now a player, I think it was Sabarni, was trying to play once again a long pass into the attackers. But once again, Memphis was simply all over him and really didn't even allow the pass to go through. So will be a throw-in for Dynamo. They take it quickly. It's Sidorchuk who simply tries to play over to Sigankov. And once again, Clément Lenglet. I'm sorry. It was once again Gerard Piqué who simply intercepts the ball. And once again, Barcelona has the ball. 30 minutes of the match have been played. And so far, Barcelona are having, as I said before, the bulk of the possession, but they aren't really having that much. They aren't having clear options at goal. Right now, it's Memphis. He plays it over to Luke de Jong. Luke de Jong once again tried to play it over to Memphis, but it really wasn't really good pass. Now Oscar Mingueza was trying to find Serginho Dest on the right side of the pitch. It will be yet another throw-in after Sirotas intercepted the ball, and now it will be a throw-in for Barcelona. He goes over to Frenkie. Now Frenkie with a poor pass in direction of Oscar Mingueza. He was trying to find once again the Spanish defender. And so it will be a throw-in for Dynamo, this time with Mikolenko. A few players of Dynamo Kyiv are already getting warmed up on the sidelines. I think I just saw 3 players of Dynamo, but they aren't getting ready. Once again, it's Cipriaga. Supriaga, I'm sorry. And Supriaga once again loses against Gerard Piqué. And it will be yet another throw in for Barcelona. And Oscar Miguel takes it quickly. He goes in direction of Clement Lenglet. Now Clement Lenglet plays it over to Jordi Alba. Now it finds his way over to Mingueza, who plays it quickly, but then receives it back from Frenkie de Jong. Mingueza trying to play as many passes as he can and quickly. This time he finds Serginho Dest, and Serginho Dest gets away from one player. Now he's trying to find Luc de Jong, but once again loses the ball. This time it's Frenkie. Frenkie plays it over to Gavi. Gavi in turn plays it over to Clement Lenglet. Once again, Gavi. Gavi finds Memphis. Now Memphis gets away from 2 players. He plays it over to the left to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba almost on the edge of the box. And with a good cross, I'm not sure if it was a good cross or even an attempt on target. Nevertheless, Bushchan was quick enough to read it. And now it's once again, the ball is in the possession of the goalkeeper. And he in turn goes quickly over to Sidorchuk. And Sidorchuk goes over to De La Peña. Now Mikolenko. Now Supriaga was trying to go and find the space behind the defenders of Barcelona, but I believe Gerard Piqué played very well the offside line, and so it is offside for the player of Dynamo. Right now, once again, it is Jordi Alba on the left side. He goes over to Gavi. Gavi plays it back over to the Spanish center back, Gerard Piqué. Now Oscar Mingueza. Having a little bit of time and space, he decides to go back to Piqué. Now Clement Lenglet. Right now, the defense of Barcelona are having basically the possession for the Blaugranas. This time they go over to Jordi Alba, who is a little bit higher up the pitch. He's looking for one of his teammates. He finds Memphis Depay. Now Gavi. Gavi once again over to Memphis. Barcelona are right now playing quick, short passes, trying to break down a little bit Dynamo Kyiv. Gerard Piqué was trying to find now on the right Serginho Dest, but Carlos de la Peña was quick to simply get his foot in between the pass and the player. Nevertheless, it is still the ball of Barcelona. Right now, it's Depay who is being pressured by 3 players. Right now, Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba in a good position, almost a good cross, looking for Luc de Jong. Nevertheless, it wasn't successful. This time, it's Frenkie. Frenkie plays it over with his chest to Sergio Busquets, and then Sergio Busquets almost found Jordi Alba with a through pass. Right now, Gavi. Right now, Barcelona seem to have a little bit of momentum behind them. Right now, it's Memphis. Memphis trying to get away from one. He does get away from one. Now he is brought down inside of the box, but the referee does not give anything. Memphis is simply telling him that he was brought down. The play goes on. Right now, it's Serginho Dest, who is on the right. He's looking for possibly a cross. He gets away from one. Now he plays it back over to Oscar Mingueza. Once again, Dest. Once again, Mingueza with a cross, but this time it's very easily controlled by Buschan. It was simply into his hand. Looking back at that Memphis Depay possible foul, I think it was a foul by Getziora, but even if it was outside of the box. He was tripped up a little bit outside of the box, and then he simply went down to the ground inside. And now a good sight to see for the Blaugranas. Ansu Fati is getting ready. He is warming up. I'm sorry, he's not getting ready to come on the pitch just yet, but he is warming up. As we look back to the statistics, it is 65 against 35% in favor of Barcelona. Right now, it's Barcelona that have the ball. It's also Serginho Dest, and Serginho Dest with a good shot, but once again, Buschan simply saves his goal. It was a very good collective play. It was a very good cross. I think Luc de Jong had a bit of a deflection on it, and then Frenkie de Jong simply allowed the ball to pass to reach Serginho Dest, who was in a better position, and then the American defender couldn't really contact it really well. It is another corner kick, and here it comes. It's a poor one. Right now, it's Frenkie who heads in the direction of Sergio Busquets. Now, Jordi Alba. And Jordi Alba with a good cross, and it is a goal for Barcelona. It is a goal by Gerard Piqué after a good cross by the Spanish left back. And so Gerard Piqué scores the first goal of the season in this Champions League edition for Barcelona. It was a very good cross by Jordi Alba looking for the second post, and then Gerard Piqué simply had to have a good contact with his right foot, and he beat Buschan, who had already saved his goal 2 times already with very good interventions. Nevertheless, this time Gerard Piqué got the better of him. As we look back, Gerard Piqué was nowhere near the offside, and then he simply hit it with a little bit of a volley as he went down. And so it is a goal for Barcelona. They are leading, and right now Barcelona are leading 1-0 with just a few minutes left. I think just over 8 minutes left in this first half. And so Barcelona have the lead for the first time and have scored for the first time in this Champions League. And so a little bit of silver lining for Barcelona in this match. And we'll see how they fare now, having the advantage. And now knowing that Dynamo Kyiv will have to be looking for that tie. Right now, Dynamo Kyiv played quickly. They go over to Sirota. Sirota is now being pressured by player of Barcelona. I think it was Luke de Jong. Now Buschan plays it long, but it's simply intercepted by Sergio Busquets. Now Gavi trying to win it back for Barcelona, and he does. Now it's Luke de Jong. Luke de Jong inside of the box, but this time he is dispossessed once again. Now Gavi. Now it's Frenkie de Jong. Now Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba with another cross, but this time it wasn't that successful as the last one. And once again, Dynamo Kyiv trying to play quickly into the counter attack. This time, once again, Gerard Piqué wins the ball back for his team. He tries to play it over to Clément Lenglet, but the French defender wasn't really in a comfortable situation, and so it is a throw-in for Dynamo Kyiv. And so 37 minutes have been played of this first half, and let's see how Barcelona now fare with the advantage for the first time in this Champions League. A player of Dynamo Kyiv is right now down on the ground. It's Mykolenko. Mykolenko is grabbing a little bit of his lower back. I'm not quite sure what could have happened to him. I think he was a man trying to cover Gerard Piqué when he scored the goal, and he did contact a little bit with the Spanish defender, and he is I think a little bit of a discomfort on his lower back. Nevertheless, we'll see if he can continue on. Let's hope that he can, and for the sake of the match. Right now, it's once again Dynamo Kyiv who are trying to go quickly into the counterattack. It's Supriya who's inside of the box, and now it was almost a good pass for one of his teammates. Nevertheless, the defense of Barcelona was all over that attempt. Right now, it's Ketsiora. Ketsiora trying to get away. He does get away from one player. Now it's Sidorchuk trying to play with a through pass, looking for one of his teammates. It wasn't accurate at all, and so it is at the feet of Marc-André ter Stegen. Gerard Piqué, he plays it over to his center back teammate Clément Lenglet, and once again it finds way over to Gerard Piqué. Once again, Clément Lenglet. Now Jordi Alba goes all the way over to the other side to Serginho Dest. Serginho Dest once again facing two players. He plays it over to Oscar Mingueza, who went behind his back. Now Frenkie goes over to Piqué. Now Clément Lenglet. Gavi. Once again, Jordi Alba. Once again, Barcelona are in the same rhythm. They're simply having the bulk of the possession. And once again, Dynamo Kyiv are simply allowing them to do so. And once they win the ball back, they're simply trying to go quickly into the counterattack, as it has happened. It is happening right now. It's Shaparenko trying to get into a good position. Nevertheless, Luke de Jong was in a good position to simply pressure him. Now Sabarny over to Ketsiora. Sigankov. Now Buyalski. Once again, Sabarny. Sabarny is being pressured by Gavi, and he has to play it all the way back to his goalkeeper. And now he tries to play long in the direction of Carlos Peña, but it's nowhere near the player of Dynamo. And so Gerard Piqué intercepts the ball, and it is in his possession. This time he goes over to the right with Oscar Mingueza. And now he plays it over to Clément Lenglet. Now Gavi has the possession. Now he's being brought down by Sabarny. Now Gavi somehow trips Sabarny, just diving in front of his legs. And it is a foul by the young Spanish player. He normally sees a yellow card during the match. Any match he plays, he normally sees a yellow card due to normally it's because of repeated fouls against the other team. Nevertheless, I wouldn't be impressed if he does see yet another yellow card in this match. Once again, Dynamo have the ball. They try to go quickly a little bit into the counter. So Praga was being pulled back by Gerard Piqué. This time he is fouled, and so it is a foul for Dynamo. They try to take it quickly. Nevertheless, the referee tells them to play it a little bit even further back. Now Carlos Peña facing Sergio Des. He gets away. He plays it over to Mikolenko. Mikolenko once again with Carlos Peña. Carlos de Peña. Now once again, Shaparenko. Shaparenko plays it over to Sidorchuk. And now Sidorchuk has played over to Bushan, the goalkeeper. And now he goes to his right, looking for Ketsiora. He has a little bit of green space in front of him. He plays it over to one of his teammates in a better position. Now a little bit of pressure by the midfield of Barcelona. Nevertheless, the Dynamo players are quick enough to get out of it and not losing the ball. But now they do lose the ball. This time it's Gavi. Gavi finds Memphis, who is in a good position. He gets away from one. He's on the edge of the box. He plays it over to Luke de Jong, but Luke de Jong was just looking at him. Yeah, I don't think he was really expecting a pass by Memphis. He was simply too static. Had he taken a little bit of a of a of a little bit of movement in the direction of the pass, he would have been in a 1v1 situation against Buschan. Nevertheless, it is another free corner kick for Barcelona. And here comes by Memphis. It is in a good position once again, and I think once again he does find Luke de Jong, but once again, no accuracy behind his header. And so it is another goal kick for Dynamo Kyiv. I think Luke de Jong simply jumped before it was time, and he didn't really have a good connection. As we see once again that this time two players, I'm sorry, right now Barcelona have intercepted the ball once again near the box. It was almost in a very good position for the Barcelona players to once again apply pressure. This time it's Sergio Des. Now he gets away from one. He almost gets away from two. He's inside of the box. He does win, but he's being a little bit tripped up by a player of Dynamo. And now Shaparenko trying to get away from the pressure of Mingueza. And he does draw a foul. I'm not quite sure if it was because Shaparenko was simply just putting his arms up in the air. And Memphis was had already intercepted that ball. Right now it's Clement Lenglet. Clement Lenglet wins once again another aerial duel, as well as Gerard Piqué have been winning and are playing solidly so far. Nevertheless, they aren't really being no player of really Dynamo Kyiv have really asked for their game so far. And as I was going to say before, Coutinho and Ansu Fati are warming up on the sidelines. Almost 45 minutes of the match have been played. This time it's Supriaga, and Supriaga trips up Clement Lenglet after trying to simply apply a high set of pressure. Now, once again, it's Gerard Piqué. He plays it over to the left with Clement Lenglet. Once again, Jordi going into attacking position. He tries to find, I think, with a very violent cross, Luke de Jong. It wasn't successful, and it will be, I think, a throw-in for Barcelona. I'm not sure if it will be a throw-in. It was very close to just the corner of the pitch. I think it will be a corner kick. 1 minute has been added on. 20 seconds have been played so far, and so it will be another corner kick for Barcelona. And Memphis Depay is getting ready to take it. And here it comes. It is a good cross. A player of Barcelona was down on the ground. I think it was Gerard Piqué. I'm not sure if it was Gerard Piqué or Clement Lenglet. Nevertheless, the players of Dynamo Kyiv simply get the ball away as far away as they can from their own box. And so right now it's Sergio Des who plays it back over to the German goalkeeper Marc-André ter Stegen, and he in turn goes over to the left. And so it seems as if this will be the end of the first half. Yes, it is the end of the first half. And so Barcelona are leading 1-0 against Dynamo Kyiv after a very good goal by Gerard Piqué. Gerard Piqué is the savior so far for Barcelona. Barcelona have been playing well. They're not at the peak of their game style, but they are playing better, I think, than a few of the other matches in this Champions League. And we'll see if Ronald Koeman does any changes for the halftime and allow other players of Barcelona to have a little bit more of action. But so far, Barcelona are leading 1-0 for the first time. They have scored for the first time in this Champions League season. And let's hope that this keeps up for Barcelona. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section. And well, I'll be sure to check them out. I'm going to take a quick break, but I'll be back for the second half. So thank you all for tuning in, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to this match of Champions League between Barcelona and Dynamo Kiev. Barcelona are winning 1-0 after a very good goal by Gerard Piqué and a very good cross by Jordi Alba. For those just tuning in, Barcelona have been playing well. They haven't played as well as one could imagine them to. Nevertheless, They are playing better than the other matches of Champions League. And while they are leading thanks to Gerard Piqué, and right now I think we are seeing the players getting ready to jump back into the pitch, and both I think Coutinho and Ansu Fati will be ready to jump onto the pitch, and so both players a double substitution will be made. I think right now at least I know that Coutinho is getting ready. He is right now on the edge of the pitch, and I think it's number 22. I think it's Oscar Mingueza, if I'm not mistaken. So Oscar Mingueza is brought off in favor of Philippe Coutinho for this second half, and we'll have to see what the Brazilian winger can do. And Ansu Fati is also on for Barcelona, and so Ansu Fati and Philippe Coutinho are ready and are on of the pitch. And so we'll have to see who actually how they fare in this match, as Luke De Jong is also being substituted off. And so this second half is almost getting ready to get underway. No substitution by Dynamo Kiev, and so the second half has started. Right now it's Sabarni who has the ball, and he once again tries to go for a long pass. All this the first half was basically Barcelona having the bulk of the possession, and then Dynamo Kiev, as soon as they have the ball, they try to go quickly into the counter attack with a long pass, either for Supriaga or for Carlos de Peña. So far, it hasn't been that successful for Dinamo, and so it is a throw-in for Barca. This time they go short, and right now, as I said before, Luke De Jong has been substituted off, and so it seems as if Memphis Depay will be the number 9 player for Barcelona, and Ansu Fati will be playing on the left and Philippe Coutinho on the right, unless something else entirely happens. I'm not sure, or even it seems as if it's going to be a 4-2-3-1 with Gabi on the right side of the attack, and Philippe Coutinho just basically playing as a number 10 behind Memphis Depay. We'll see how this works out for Ronald Koeman and his team. Right now, it's Sergio Busquets who has the ball. He plays it over to Philippe Coutinho. Now Coutinho wins it back after a player of Dynamo Kiev seemed to have intercepted it. Once again, it's Coutinho. Coutinho looks and tries to find one of his teammates being pressured by 3 players of Dynamo Kiev. In the end, he does win a throw-in for his team. He goes short over to Ansu Fati, who is right in front of him. Now, once he goes back to Jordi Alba. Once again, Coutinho. Coutinho plays it over to Frenkie de Jong. Now Serginho Dest. Dest plays it over to the midfield with Frenkie de Jong. Now Longley. This time it's Coutinho. Coutinho tries to find Jordi Alba on the left side. Once again, the player of Dynamo Kiev intercepted it. Nevertheless, Coutinho won it back for Barcelona. Once again, it's Jordi Alba in a good position to go into the attack. He finds Coutinho. Coutinho tries to slid away from 2 or 3 players, and he does get away. He's inside of the box, and he does have a good idea behind a final pass. Nevertheless, a player, I think it was Sabarni for Dinamo, had a little bit of a contact and deflected it outside of the pitch, and so it is a quick corner for Barcelona. It was Ansu Fati who was trying to find Memphis. Nevertheless, a player of Dynamo Kiev intercepted that ball and once again tried to play it quickly in the direction of one of his teammates. Nevertheless, he wasn't successful at all. Right now, it's Gavi who has the ball, and right now, the attack of Barcelona is heavily reliant on the left side of the pitch for Barca through Coutinho and through Ansu Fati. Right now, it's a throw-in after a very inaccurate pass by Coutinho looking for Gavi. Right now it's Getziora. Getziora gets it underway. He was trying to find, I think, Supriaga. Nevertheless, Busquets intercepts the ball. And once again, the defense of Barcelona with Clement Lenglet has the ball. He plays it over to Sergio Busquets. Now Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba finds Coutinho. Coutinho was trying to play it for the first time in direction of Ansu Fati. Nevertheless, Dynamo Kiev wins the ball back. Now they go over to Carlos de Peña. Now Mikolenko. Mikolenko goes over to Shaparenko. Shaparenko being a little bit pressured by De Jong. Nevertheless, he does play it back over to Bushchan, his goalkeeper, and he in turn goes over to the right side at the right sector of the pitch. And right now, Dynamo trying to have a little bit more of the ball, trying to build all the way from the back. But Barcelona is applying a little bit of pressure, and they are being successful winning back the ball for their cause. Right now, it's once again Shaparenko. Shaparenko goes all the way over to the other side with Getsiora. Now Sabarny. Sabarny doesn't have really anywhere else to go rather than just play it back to his goalkeeper once again, Sabarny. Sabarny being pressured once again, and once again goes back to his goalkeeper, Bushchan. And now it seems as if Dynamo are simply trying to have a little bit more of the ball and trying to not lose it as quickly as they have been. Right now, it seems as if Mikolenko was trying to go into a more attacking phase. Nevertheless, Serginho this got in front of him. And so once again, it's a ball for Buschan, once again in direction of Mikolenko. He controls it really well. He's looking for one of his teammates. He does, I think, he almost found Tsigankov with a long pass. Nevertheless, Jordi Alba was also running beside him, and he did win it back for Barcelona. And so once again, Gerard Piqué has the ball for his team. This time it's Clément Lenglet. Clément Lenglet with a long pass, looking for Ansu Fati. Nevertheless, Buschan read the intention behind that long pass and simply intercepted it. He gets over to Getsiora. Getsiora has to play once again back over to Sabarny. And this time, the center back isn't being pressured at all by any player of Barcelona, and he simply is looking for one of his teammates to play it to. He has played all the way over to the left side. I think it was in direction of his left back. Nevertheless, Gavi intercepts the ball in the middle of the air, and so it will be a throw-in for Dynamo Kyiv after Gavi was simply dispossessed by one of the players of the Ukrainian team. And so it is Mikolenko who's getting ready. He plays it over to Shaparenko. Shaparenko with a poor pass, and one player of Barcelona and another of Dynamo slid for the possession. It was Mikolenko and Serginho Des. In the end, it is yet another throw-in for Dynamo. And he once again goes over to Shaparenko, and Shaparenko simply being dispossessed by Frenkie Young very quickly. And now Frenkie plays it over to Mem Depay. And now De Jong tried to find Ansu. De Jong was inside of the box. I think he could have gone for the goal on his own. Nevertheless, he did try to play it over to Ansu Fati, who was basically just all alone on the other side. But out of nowhere, Getsiora intercepted that pass. Had Frenkie gone for the shot, he would have been probably more successful than that pass. Nevertheless, it is another corner kick for Barcelona. We'll see who they go to this time. Here it comes. It was almost in the direction of Gerard Piqué. Nevertheless, Tsigankov for Dynamo heads it out of the pitch, and it will be a throw-in for Barcelona. Jordi Alba throws it short over to Coutinho, and he has to play it all the way over back for the safety pass to his center back, Clément Lenglet. Now Gerard Piqué. A little bit of keep up between the center backs, and now he goes long over to Jordi Alba, who controls it really well with his chest. Now Ansu, once again Busquets, once again Clément Lenglet, and this time it's Serginho Dest on the right, who is playing once again as a natural right back. He's trying to get away from two players, and he does. He plays it over to Gavi. Now Coutinho on the right wing, a little bit of a beautiful back heel pass in the direction of Gavi. But then Gavi was trying to find Memphis, and he wasn't really that successful. And so the ball is once again in the feet of Dynamo Kiev players. And now it's Ansu Fati who wins the ball back for Barcelona and almost scores a very magical goal for the Culés. I'm not quite sure how it even happened. I think Buschan tried to control and then play it to one of his teammates. Ansu slid and intercepted it. Then it somehow found its way over to Memphis, who played it really well from down on the ground. And then Ansu controlled it, and I think he tried to play it to score a goal without even looking to his back. And And Ronald Koeman is not happy at all. He's asking for his players to actually score these kind of possessions, these in these positions, and you can understand why. Right now, it's Dynamo Kyiv who are trying to go into the attack. It's Bujalski. Bujalski goes all the way over to the other side to Kitsiora. Kitsiora is in a good position. He's trying to throw the cross in, and he does somehow win the ball back after almost losing it. Right now, it's Zingakov. Now he goes over once again to Kitsiora, the right back. Now Shaparenko. This is the first time that actually Dynamo Kyiv has the control of the ball near the edge of the box of Barcelona. Once right now it's Bujalski. Bujalski somehow wins almost won a corner kick for his team. Nevertheless, the referee does give a goal kick for Commentates again and for Barcelona. Once again, I think right now Jordi Alba is a little bit in distress on his right ankle. Let's hope that it's nothing too serious and he can continue on. He is limping a little bit, but he is giving the signal that he will be able to continue on. Right now it's Gerard Piqué. I have to mention that these substitutions for Ronald Koeman are being successful. Barcelona do seem to play a lot better with Ansu Fati and Coutinho on the pitch. Let's hope that that they can continue this good dynamic that they are forming between Memphis, Coutinho, and even Ansu Fati. Right now it's Clément Lenglet who's trying to go into the attack, and he does get up. He does win a few meters. Nevertheless, he is dispossessed. This time it's Sergio Busquets who gets the ball back from Supriaga. Now it's Ansu Fati who cuts back a little bit into the middle. He goes over to Gavi, and he in turn goes over even farther to the right with Serginho Dest. Now Frenkie de Jong. Right now, Clément Lenglet is moving up very high up the pitch, trying to have a little bit more of contact on the ball. And now he does have it at his possession, and he plays it short over to Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie goes all the way over to the right side with Serginho Dest. He cuts back a little bit into the middle. He's getting away from one player. He does get away. Now it's Ansu Fati, who is almost on the edge of the box. He plays it over to Coutinho. Coutinho faces two. Now he plays it over to Jordi Alba, and Jordi Alba not with a good cross. And I think it was simply Mykolenko who simply had to control it really well. Now Shaparenko loses the ball after a very good pass by the left back of Dynamo. Now it's Memphis who was inside of the box, but he loses the ball. And so it's right now Zigankov who loses the ball once again after very poor control. Now it's Coutinho who asks for the ball, and he receives it. He's facing one player of Dynamo. He plays it over to the left with Ansu Fati, the new number 10 of Barcelona, trying to get away from two players. He wins the throw-in for his team. He takes it quickly. He plays it over to Jordi Alba. Now Jordi Alba once again with Memphis. Now Ansu looking for one of his teammates. He finds Memphis. Once again, Jordi Alba. And now with Depay inside of the box, he's looking for one of his teammates, and he plays it through, but a player of Dynamo Kyiv deflected it, and it was almost another corner kick. Nevertheless, he does keep it alive. Now it's Jordi Alba trying to connect with Frenkie de Jong. Nevertheless, the Dynamo Kyiv defense simply won it back for their team. This time they are trying to go quickly into the counterattack once again. But between Frenkie de Jong, Busquets, and now Gerard Piqué, they simply do not allow the Ukrainian team to go into any form or sort of attack against a team of Barcelona that are very high up the pitch. Right now it's Ansu Fati with a good connection with Memphis. And now Coutinho almost tried to head it in the direction of Ansu, who was having a lot of movement off the ball. This time it's Busquets who wins the ball back, but it is a foul by Busquets. I think it was against Bujalski. I'm not quite sure who it was against. Yes, it is Bujalski, who is down on the ground, and he is in a lot of pain. I think Busquets did commit a foul, but I'm not quite sure if it merits a yellow card. Right now, as I said before, it is a foul for Dynamo Kyiv. 58 minutes of the match have been played, and so far Barcelona are playing, I think, better in this second half than in the first one. And let's hope that they can keep this up. Right now, Dynamo Kyiv that take the free kick very short. They go over to Sirota. Sirota looking for one of his teammates. He finds Shaparenko, who is basically just beside him. Now it's Carlos de Peña. And de Peña was trying to find, I think, Bujalski. But Gerard Piqué once again intercepts the ball and he plays it over to Ter Stegen. Now Clément Lenglet. Lenglet plays it over to Piqué. And right now, it doesn't even seem that Dynamo Kyiv are trying to apply any sort of pressure, just waiting for Barcelona to once again cross the midfield and then just hope that they can actually win it back for their team, or that a Barcelona player commits a serious error and just go into a quick counter attack. Right now, it's Coutinho who finds Serginho Dest, and then Dest was trying to find Memphis, but he wasn't really that successful. And the Dynamo players once again were trying to find really quickly Bujalski to go into a counter attack. But once again, the midfield of Barcelona simply intercept the ball. This time it's Ansu Fati who loses the ball. It's Sigankov. He goes over to Supria. And Sigankov trying to win in a speed battle against Gerard Piqué, but somehow Piqué wins it using his physicality. And now once again, Barcelona have the ball, and Dynamo Kyiv are trying to go back into defensive mode. As we see that two players of Dynamo Kyiv are getting ready to come onto the pitch. Right now, it's Ansu Fati who is trying to connect once again with Memphis. Nevertheless, every time he has a ball, two players of Dynamo Kyiv are normally on top of him. Right now, it's Serginho Dest who loses the ball to Shaparenko. Now Mikolenko. Now once again, Sirota. 60 minutes of the match have been played, and we still have 30 minutes to go. Let's hope that Barcelona can score another goal and put a bit more of ground between themselves and Dynamo Kyiv. Right now, it's Barcelona that once again win the ball. It was Frenkie de Jong who won the ball. It will be a throw-in for Barcelona. As we see now two players of Dynamo Kyiv who are getting ready to jump onto the pitch. We'll see who will be coming off and who will be coming on for the Ukrainian team. Supriaga is being brought off, and Garmash will be coming on for the attack. Denis Garmash. And we'll see who is the other player who will be coming on. It is also, I think, Carlos de Peña. Yes, Carlos de Peña is off. And so Vitinho is on as well for Dynamo Kyiv. So Garmash and Vitinho are on for Supiaga and de Peña. Right now, it's Barcelona. They're trying to go into attack through Memphis. He loses the ball. It falls to the feet of Frenkie. He plays it back over to Gerard Piqué. Now Clément Lenglet. Lenglet looking for one of his teammates. He does find Jordi Alba. Now Coutinho. Coutinho being dispossessed by a player of Dynamo Kyiv. And now they once again trying to go quickly into the counterattack. Right now it's Shaparenko who opens the ball up to Mikolenko. Now Vitinho. Vitinho has to play it back because Serginho Dest was all over him and wasn't really allowing him to go forward. Right now it's Sidorchuk. Now they try to go quickly into the attack with a long pass. I think they were trying to look for Garmash, but he is being brought down by Gerard Piqué, and Piqué isn't really happy with that because he believes that he did have a contact on the ball. Looking back at the replay, I think he did contact the attacker of Dynamo Kyiv, and so it is a free kick for the Ukrainian team. Right now, it's Vitinho. Vitinho on the left side, he gets away from Serginho Dest. He gets away from two times. This time, Serginho Dest goes down on the ground and wins the ball back for Barcelona. Now he uses his physicality, and now he wins a goal kick for his team. A very good defensive play by the American right back. And so Marc-André Stegen plays it quickly over to the left side with Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba trying to go forward a little bit into the attack. He has to stop and play it back over to Sergio Busquets. Now Frenkie de Jong plays it over to the right side, over to Serginho Dest, and now Serginho Dest loses the ball. And so right now it is Shaparenko who is trying to go into the attack, and once again it is brought down by Sergio Busquets. And I think I'm not sure. I think he was going to see a yellow card, but the referee is not showing anything. It was a very good play by Shaparenko. He cut back into the center of the pitch, and so it is, I think, the first time that Dynamo Kyiv are in a position to do something from a technical standpoint. It is Shaparenko who is getting ready to take this free kick. I think it's just Ansu Fati on the wall, and the rest of the players of Dynamo Kyiv are looking for the cross. Here comes the cross. It's very long, but somehow a player of Dynamo Kyiv hits it in the direction of the box. And right now, I'm not sure who it was. I think it was Sidorchuk simply was in a bad position. He had his back to the direction of the goal, and he simply decided to head it out of the pitch and not really allow Memphis Depay, who was running besides him, to have any sort of opportunity of a counterattack. Right now it's Memphis. He plays it over to Ansu Fati on the left. Ansu trying to get away from two players. He plays it. Now he loses it. He was trying to find once again Memphis, but I think it was Ketsiora who simply intercepted that pass. And now it's Shaparenko. Shaparenko plays it all the way over to Bushan. Now Sirota. Now Sabarny. Once again, Dynamo Kyiv are simply trying to keep the ball, not really allow Barcelona to have any more of the possession. But once the time comes when they have to actually go into the attack, they aren't really having any ideas or any clear options on what they should or have to do. Right now, Dynamo Kyiv and Barcelona are simply allowing them to play a bit between the midfield, their defense. And now a really long pass was very accurate enough. And now a player of Dynamo is down on the ground. I think he's asking for a foul by Clément Lenglet. The referee is not giving anything. It was Garmash, the player who was just being substituted on. And now Dynamo Kyiv are asking for a fair play and for Barcelona to actually play it out of the pitch. Right now it's Depay who is being dispossessed, and now Shaparenko, who's trying to lead the attack for his team. And now they are going to play it. I think it's Vitinho who is going to play it out of bounds, out of the pitch, because it is Garmash who is still on the ground. He is sitting down, but I think he is grabbing his jaw because he believes he was being fouled. I think it was Clément Lenglet. Clément Lenglet did use his shoulder against his jaw. I'm not sure if it does count for a foul, but Garmash was down on the ground for quite a bit, and now we see Sergi Roberto, who will be ready to be brought on for Barcelona. So a third substitution for Barcelona. Right now, the match has restarted, and Barcelona has given the ball back over to Dynamo Kyiv as a fair play gesture. Right now, it's Tsigankov. He's trying to go quickly into the attack through the right. He's facing Clément Lenglet, and I think he tried to have a good cross. It was very long. Nevertheless, Vitinho won it back for his team. He somehow rescued that very poor attempt. Right now, it's Shaparenko. Shaparenko has to play it back over to one of his center backs, is Sabarnia. Now he plays over to Sidorchuk. Once again, Sabarni. And he in turn has to play all the way back after being pressured and harassed by Sergio Busquets. Once again, Shaparenko has the ball. He's trying to orchestrate some sort of the attack for his team. Right now it's Vitinho, and now I think it was Mikolenko who was being brought down. He was brought down, I think, by Serginho Dest. It was Gavi. And Gavi will be brought off in favor of Sergi Roberto. So a third substitution for Barcelona. Sergi Roberto is being brought on, and Gavi is substituted off. I think it was a good match by Gavi. As always, he is very active off the ball, and he's very intense and always trying to look for new ways to actually help his team. And so right now, it is Sergio Roberto who will be occupying that right side of the attack for Barcelona. Right now, it's Tsigankov. Now, Bujalski, Dynamo Kyiv are having the possession. They're trying to move as much as they can off the ball, allowing their teammates to actually have good alleys of pass and good opportunities. Right now, it's Clement Lenglet who loses the ball. And now it's a handball by Jordi Alba. Dynamo Kyiv in a good position for actually a free kick and a good cross after the handball by Jordi Alba. As I said before, it is a free kick for Dynamo Kyiv. They're quite a long distance away. Nevertheless, it is in a good position to actually send a good cross. We'll see if they actually can manage to do so. Two players of Dynamo Kyiv are getting ready. Here it comes. I think it was Shaparenko. Nevertheless, it wasn't a good cross. It finds its way back to one of the players of Dynamo Kyiv, and now they were asking for a handball and a good shot. I'm not quite sure who it was. I think it was Bujalski. Nevertheless, nothing comes of it, and now it's a counter attack by Barcelona. Right now, it's Serginho Des who plays it over to Memphis. Now Memphis looking for a cross, and this time it is deflected once again, the cross, and it will be yet another corner kick for Barcelona. I'm not quite sure. It was Tsigankov who hit the ball and on the volley, but it wasn't really that successful. Right now, it's Ansu Fati who hit the cross, and it was a very good volley by Coutinho, but I think it was just over the crossbar. It was a very good attempt by the Brazilian player, a very good cross by Ansu Fati, and Coutinho tried to hit it on the volley, and it was just a little bit over the top of the goal of Buschan, who couldn't really do anything about it. And so 70 minutes have been played, and Barcelona are still leading 1-0 thanks to a goal of Gerard Piqué. And so right now it's Dynamo Kyiv who have once again the ball. They have the ball, and Barcelona is simply now awaiting for Dynamo Kyiv to arrive to a certain point of the pitch and then win it back. Right now, Coutinho is the one who loses the ball to Tsigankov. Now it's played back over to Ketziora. Once again, Tsigankov. He's looking for one of his teammates. He goes up the pitch on the right side. He's looking for a player. He gets away from Sergio Busquets. Now he got away from both Ansu Fati and Coutinho, but he has to play it back to one of his teammates. Now Shaparenko, who tries to play it all the way over to the left side. Now Vitinho. Right now, it seems as if Dynamo Kyiv has more possession, and they have a little bit more of ideas on what they want to do when they go into the attack. Right now, they try to play it with a long pass from one side of the pitch to the other. Nevertheless, it does leave the pitch, and it is a throw-in for Barça. Jordi Alba takes it quickly on the left, and he goes back over to Clement Lenglet. Now Marc-André ter Stegen. Gerard Piqué has the ball. He plays it over to Sergio Busquets. Now Serginho Des. It will be another throw-in for Barça, this time on the right side of the pitch. And now it's Kun Agüero, Sergio Agüero, who is getting ready to come onto the pitch. We'll see who will be brought off in favor of Agüero. And right now, it's Busquets. Busquets over to Frenkie. Frenkie was trying to, I think, look for a long pass. Nevertheless, he wasn't really convinced of any of the options. And so he plays it over short to Gerard Piqué. Piqué plays it over to Clement Lenglet, his partner in action for this match. Once again, Busquets. And right now, it seems as if we're the same pattern as it was for the first half. Barcelona having more possession. And Dynamo Kyiv, once again, just waiting for the culés to arrive to a certain point and then apply the pressure. Sergio Roberto lost the ball, and so it was the throw-in for Dynamo Kyiv. They took it quickly. It's Mykolenko. Mykolenko trying to find his guy, Bujalski. Now Shaparenko, and he goes over to Savarny. Once again, Shaparenko, and he plays it back all the way over to Buschan. Buschan tries to play it once again long in direction of Vitinho, but this time I think it was Serginho Des who won the aerial duel. Right now it's Frenkie de Jong. He tries to go, and he does go all the way over to the other side of the pitch with Jordi Alba, who controls it really well. But then on the second attempt to play a pass for himself, he wasn't really that successful. And so once again, it is a ball for Dynamo Kiev. This time it's Vitinho. Vitinho gets away from Serginho Des and he plays it back over to Shaparenko. Once again, Sabarny. He goes over to the right side of the pitch. And this time, Filipe Coutinho is trying to apply a little bit of pressure to both the defense and the goalkeeper. Nevertheless, Dynamo Kiev isn't having that much problem to get away from it. Right now, it's Buschan who is being pressured, and he tries to go long over to Vitinho, and he is successful. Now Mikolenko who deflects the ball off Sergi Roberto, and now a substitution will be made, and it is Memphis who is coming off, and so Kun Agüero is coming on for Barcelona. Memphis, who had a good match for his side. It wasn't possibly his brightest match, but he did have a good match nevertheless, and so Sergio Agüero is coming on for Barcelona. And right now, it is Sergio Agüero who is coming on for Barca. And right now, the match is once again underway. A quick throw-in by Dynamo Kiev. And it's worth mentioning that this is actually the debut for Sergio Agüero for Barcelona in the Champions League. Right now, it's Sergio Busquets who wins the ball back. He intercepts it. Now he plays it over to Sergio Roberto. Now Frenkie de Jong loses the ball over to Vitinho. Vitinho trying to go into the attack, and he is being tripped up by Sergio Busquets with a very clean tackle. And so it is a throw-in once again for Dynamo Kiev on the left side. It's Mikolenko. Mikolenko tries to play short over to Garmash, but he wins yet another throw-in for his team. Right now, it's Frenkie de Jong who actually wins the ball back for his team after sliding down on the ground and passing it in the direction of Marc-André ter Stegen. Right now is Jordi Alba. He plays it over to the midfield with Coutinho. Now Clément Lenglet. He has a lot of time as no player actually of Dynamo Kiev is actually pressuring him. Right now it's Jordi Alba. He tries to play it over in direction of Kun Agüero, trying to have the first touches of the ball. Right now it's Jordi Alba with another throw-in that takes it quickly. Barcelona are still winning 1-0 after a goal by Gerard Piqué in the first half, and let's hope that they can actually score yet another one. Right now it's Jordi Alba. He plays it over to the center with Filipe Coutinho. Coutinho trying to I think it was, I'm not sure if it was a cross or an attempt on target because it was really near the second post, near the second post of the goal of Buschan. The goalkeeper was really all over that attempt. Nevertheless, it was really close to possibly just sliding inside of the goal. Right now it's Buschan who takes the goal kick really quickly. He goes to the direction of Garmash. Gerard Piqué wins it, and now he is being fouled, I think, by Garmash. And yet another foul for Barcelona. Garmash isn't really happy with it. Gerard Piqué is in a little bit of discomfort. Now he is getting up. And so another substitution for Dynamo Kiev. It is Getziora who is coming off, the right back. And now Timchik is coming on for Dynamo Kiev. Right now it's Sergio Busquets. He plays it over to the left with Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba once again with Ansu, a little bit of keep ball between the two. It seems as if it has been quite some time since the last clear attempt on target or even dangerous play by Barcelona against the goal of Buschan. And so right now it is Barca that they are trying to apply and win the ball back quickly as possible for their cause against the goalkeeper of Dynamo Kiev. They do intercept the long pass by Buschan. Now Coutinho gives the ball away over to Sharapenko. Now he goes over to Vitinho. Vitinho in the box. He I think he was trying to play it with a cross, but now Busquets plays it over to Jordi Alba with an unorthodox pass. And now Ansu Fati controls it, and he has a player all over his back, and now he has played back over to Clement Lenglet, and he in turn plays it over to Marc-André ter Stegen. Now they're trying to play all the way from the back to going into the front. Right now, Gerard Piqué, and once again plays it over to his partner in crime for this match, Clement Lenglet. Right now, it's once again Busquets. Now Ansu Fati. Ansu plays it over to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba back to Ansu. And so right now it is Busquets. Busquets plays it over to Lenglet. Lenglet plays it over to Coutinho with a very short pass. Almost 80 minutes of the match have been played. And once again, Barcelona are having the bulk of the possession. And Dynamo are simply allowing them to do so. And once they get to a certain point, or once a certain player receives the ball, they try to apply as much pressure as they can. Right now, it's Sansu. Sansu with a little bit of a poor control. He plays it over to Jordi Alba. Now Frenkie. Frenkie plays it over to the left with Jordi Alba. Now Ansu. He plays it back, but it wasn't really a very successful pass in the direction of Jordi Alba. Now Dynamo is trying to go quickly into the counterattack through Bujalski. Mikolenko, he finds Vitinho, and Vitinho simply deflects the ball off Serginho Dest, so it will be another throw-in for Dynamo Kyiv on the left side as we do reach the 80-minute mark, just 10 minutes and change to go. We'll see how much time the fourth referee gives for this match. Right now it's Shaparenko who loses the ball against Kun Agüero. Kun Agüero with the first touches the ball, I think since he was substituted on. Right now it's Frenkie. He plays it over to Coutinho. Coutinho plays it with Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati inside of the box, he's trying to get away from one of the players of Dynamo Kyiv, and now two players are pressuring him. Once again, a little bit of poor control. I think now will be a throw-in for Dynamo after he was the last player to have a touch on the ball. Sidorchuk, the captain of Dynamo Kyiv, simply pressured him to the corner of the pitch. And now it is a throw-in. Coutinho wins the ball back for Barcelona. He is being brought down. Nevertheless, no foul has been given. And right now, it's once again Clement Lenglet. Now Frenkie de Jong. Jordi Alba. Busquets. Now Coutinho. Coutinho plays it back over to Clement Lenglet. Now Frenkie de Jong. Right now, the Dutch midfielder is simply having the ball and trying to orchestrate some sort of the attack for Barcelona. Coutinho, Busquets. They're simply playing keep ball in a very short area and not really going into the attack or really showing any attempt of going into the attack. Right now, it's Jordi Alba who loses the ball this time over to the just substituted Timchuk. But now he wins the ball back for Barcelona once again. Now Coutinho wins the throw-in for Barcelona yet again after he deflected the ball on Tsigakom. Right now it's once again Busquets. Busquets plays it over to Piqué. Piqué back to Lenglet. Right now it's once again Serginho Dest going against Vitinho. And as I said before, Barcelona is simply just allowing at this point to for the match to continue on. It do not really put themselves in a dangerous situation. They're not even really that close to the goal of Buschan. Right now, it's Dynamo Kyiv who was trying to go into the counterattack. Nevertheless, Lenglet diffused the situation very well with a lot of mastery. He simply got in between the player who I think was Sigakov and the ball. And so right now it's once again a ball for Barcelona. Now they're trying to go quickly into the counterattack with Ansu Fati on the left. It was a long pass by Frenkie de Jong, and it is offside by Ansu. I think Frenkie de Jong simply took too long to actually play the ball in the direction of the left winger. Right now it's Dynamo Kyiv. Ciota. He goes over to Sabarny. Now Timchik. Timchik once again. Once again, Dynamo Kyiv simply having the ball between their midfielders and the attackers, and once they see an opportunity, they try to go quickly into the attack with a through pass or with a long pass. Right now, Gerard Piqué, who wins the ball back for Barcelona, and I think it's Singamkov who simply sold really well a dive, and it is a foul for Dynamo Kyiv with 84 minutes of the match have been played. I'm sorry, it was Gamush who simply oversold it. I mean, Garmash, who simply oversold it. He didn't have any contact on the ball. He didn't have any real contact on him. He simply jumped over him and then he dived. And so it is a free kick for Barcelona. And more substitution for Dynamo Kyiv. Ramirez is on for Buyalski. Karavaev is on for Sigakov. So double substitution for Dynamo Kyiv. So more substitution for the attack, and we'll see if this can actually result in something for Dynamo Kyiv. And so it is a free kick for Dynamo Kyiv. It is Shaparenko who is getting ready to take it. It's almost on the edge of the box. It's not really in a good position for him to take it directly, but he will be looking certainly for a good cross. Here comes Shaparenko. The referee is having a little bit of a talk with some players. I think it's Frenkie de Jong. I'm not quite sure. It is with Frenkie. He's telling him to not really pull the shirt of a player of Dynamo Kyiv. Here comes the cross. I think it's Gerard Piqué who simply heads it in direction out of the box. And also for the second time he does so. And so Dynamo Kyiv is forced to play it all the way back to their goalkeeper, to Bushchan. And now Barcelona try to reorganize, and as well as Dynamo Kyiv are trying to play it once again to put themselves in a good position to go into the attack. And right now it is Barcelona trying to apply a lot of pressure. As I go over to the comment section really quickly, we have Shivam Pant. Bro, can you please tell me by how much goals Barcelona won today's match? It is still on the match. Barcelona are winning 1-0 thanks to a goal by Gerard Piqué in the first half. They have had a few options in this second half, but they haven't really been accurate enough to actually score another goal. Nevertheless, they are playing well. I think they have played better in this match than in the previous two of Champions League. And so far they are they are winning. They are winning the first 3 points in the first victory of this season in Champions League. Right now it's Kun Agüero who controls the ball, and he plays it in direction of Frenkie de Jong. Right now it's once again Agüero with the ball. He tries to play it over to the right with Sergio Roberto, and he does. Sergio Roberto, I think, tried a violent cross. It wasn't really that accurate. Once again, it falls to the feet of Sergi, but he is dispossessed. Right now it's Shaparenko who has the ball, and he plays it over to Vitinho. Now Serginho Dest wins the ball back for his team. Once again, Dest, he plays it over to Busquets. Now Coutinho. Coutinho turns around. He's looking for one of his teammates. He doesn't have that much space. He goes to his right with De Jong. Now De Jong back over to Busquets. Once again, Coutinho plays it through over to Ansu Fati. Fati basically being dispossessed by 3 players of Dynamo Kyiv. Now Timchuk tries to go quickly into the attack. Now Karavaev also trying to go into the attack. Nevertheless, Barcelona simply recover really quickly. Once again, Ansu Fati, he almost controlled the ball really well with his chest inside of the box. Nevertheless, he does bring down, I think, Sabarny. And so it is a foul against Barcelona, but it is inside the box of Dynamo Kyiv. And so it is, I believe, almost 88 minutes of the match have been played right now. Dynamo Kyiv, they're trying to go, and they are going into the attack really well through the left side with Vitinho. Now Shaparenko. Shaparenko cuts a little bit into the midfield. He plays it over to Karaev. Now he tries to go even further, but he trips up Sergio Busquets, who was covering him. So it will be another foul for Barcelona. 88 minutes of the match have been played. Just a few minutes left, and Barcelona would have sealed the first victory of this season in Champions League. It is a crucial one if they want to continue the Champions League and hope for a good result in the match between Bayern Munich and Benfica. Marcandete Seguin is getting ready to play the ball once again, to do the ball once again into play. He goes long. He tried to find, and he does find Ansu Fati. Now it's Coutinho. Coutinho plays it over to Sergio Busquets, to Sergio Aguero, and he did try a long shot, but I'm not sure who it even hit, but it was deflected by a player of Dynamo Kyiv. And now Vitinho is tripped up by Frenkie de Jong, and he does see a yellow card. The first yellow card of the match is for Frenkie de Jong in the 89th minute of the match. I'm sorry, I was confused. It wasn't Frenkie de Jong who was shown the yellow card, but actually Serginho Dest. Right now, it's once again Dynamo Kyiv that are trying to go quickly into the attack with a long pass. It falls to the feet of Vitinho, but Vitinho was deemed offside by the referee. And so almost 90 minutes of the match have been played. We'll have to see how much time is added on in this match. I'm not quite sure how much will be because not that much time has been lost, but possibly just 3 minutes have been added on. So 3 minutes remaining in this match between Barcelona and Dynamo Kyiv. As I said before, Barcelona are still winning 1-0 thanks to a goal of Gerard Piqué in the first half. They have had a few options in the second half to go up even further in front, but they haven't really been that accurate or even successful in front of goal. Marcandete Stegen plays it long. He goes in the direction of Kun Agüero. Kun Agüero simply awaits, and he allows for the ball to go out of the pitch, and it is a throw-in for Barcelona. Serginho Dest is getting ready to take it. He looks for one of his teammates. He's asking. He's possibly also taking as much time as he can. He plays it short over to Sergio Roberto. He decides to go on it alone. Now he loses the ball, and now he tries to apply a bit of pressure to win it back for his team. Ramirez almost won the ball, but I think Clement Lenglet used his physicality to simply shake him off. Now Frenkie de Jong, he gets away from Vitinho with a very good movement. Now once again Clement Lenglet, and he is being pressured this time. He looks for Ansu Fati with a long pass. He wasn't successful, but now it finds a way over to Coutinho. Coutinho looking for one of his teammates. He almost found Sergio Aguero, and he almost received the ball back to his feet. But I think there were simply too many legs in between, and so it wasn't a successful pass. And now it is a foul by yet another foul by Frenkie de Jong. I think this time against Garamash, who was trying to use his physicality to cover the ball with his body, but he was tripped up by Frenkie de Jong, who was in disbelief of the foul. And right now, it is once again Dynamo Kyiv who are trying to go into the attack through the right side. It is a player, I think it was Karamayev, who was trying to go into the attack, but Jordi Alba simply wasn't in a good position to win the ball back. And right now, it's Ansu Fati who's going to the attack. He goes up against 3. He plays over to Sergio Aguero. Aguero gets away from 2. Now he cuts back, and he was almost in a good position to simply to have a shot on target. Nevertheless, a fourth player of Dynamo Kyiv came to the rescue for their team. Right now, it's Clement Lenglet, and he plays it back over to Marc-André ter Stegen. And it seems as if just the 30 seconds remaining will be played. We'll have Barcelona having the possession and just allowing the match to die down. We'll see if this can actually happen in favor of Barcelona. Right now, it's Team Cheek who's simply getting ready to play the throw-in into for their team. Right now, Ramirez being fouled by Sergio Busquets, and that is the end of the match for this first Champions League win against Dynamo Kyiv for Barcelona. So Barcelona does win 1-0 against Dynamo Kyiv. They are successful in winning such a crucial match in this Champions League. They weren't being able to win against any team. Both Benfica and Bayern Munich simply crushed Barcelona. And I think this is the first win for Barcelona in this Champions League, the first goal, the first shot on target for Barcelona in this season in the Champions League. And so, well, let's hope that this turns things around for Barcelona. The goal was by Gerard Piqué in the first half, and Ansu Fati, Coutinho, and Memphis really played really well the few minutes that they had together. And so, well, yeah, as always, thank you all for the comments. Thank you for tuning in. As always, if you want to keep up with everything related to Barcelona, please be sure to check out that page right there, blaugranagram.com. Please be sure to support and follow our podcasts. We have two, one in Spanish, in which we talk about Barcelona B and Barça Femení, and the Driven Shot podcast with Blaugranagram CEO Omar Hawash. As always, thank you all for tuning in.